Okay, it's prediction time on the Cavalier Insider pregame show, Week 9. Clemson in Virginia, Andrew Ramspacker alongside Jerry Ratcliffe as we get to the score time. What's it going to be on Saturday? A little spoiler alert, we're both picking Clemson to win. The Tigers come in here at 7-1, 5-1 in the ACC. Right now, ranked at 9th in the AP poll, more importantly, 8th in the BCS. So should they win out, they would most definitely have an at-large spot in the BCS for, I believe, the second time in 3 years. So Dabo Swinney certainly making progress at the helm there as the head coach of the Clemson Tigers. And I'm going to assume he's going to go ahead and pick up win number 8 on the season on Saturday against the struggling Wahoos. And I'll give my prediction first and then pass it on to Jerry. I think, Taj Boyd mentioned it in an earlier segment that, this is kind of a homecoming for him. I think that will fire him up a little bit. He'll have some fans for him, even on the road. I think a big day at a Taj Boyd, especially against a banged-up Virginia secondary, should Demetrius Nicholson and Maurice Kennedy not play, which certainly is a possibility. He could have a field day picking that secondary apart, Taj Boyd. I say Clemson wins this one 52-20. I think Virginia does score some points. Clemson's back end, not all that strong. David Wofford is pulling off a pretty good passing performance. So, Jerry?
Yeah, I would agree. I think Virginia seems to have struggled the last few years, no matter who the coordinator is, against spread teams with really good skilled athletes. And I see that as another problem this Saturday. And I agree. I think Taj Boyd should have a pretty good game. Sammy Watkins, of course, their wide receiver, is one of the most dangerous guys in the country. And Virginia may have trouble trying to contain him. But I think Virginia, as you mentioned, showed a little life offensively last week. And perhaps if they continue to throw the ball like they did, Watford will have a little bit of passing success against a secondary that was eaten alive by Florida State. Mm-hmm. And the pass rush, supposedly the best way to stop a pass rush or slow it down is through screens, and Virginia certainly knows how to throw a screen pass.
They'll throw it. Who knows how well it executes?
So I'm going to go with Clemson 40-24, and maybe it'll be a little bit of fun anyway with a lot of offensive numbers being put up.
Yeah, you got to remember last week at Maryland, Clemson let the Terps hang around for about 3 quarters, and the final score is still respectable, 40-27. So this isn't Oregon, I don't think. Oregon came in here with basically 0 weaknesses and showed that. And to this day, they still don't have really any weaknesses, staying at undefeated right now, ranked number 2 in the country. Clemson, I think, is a little more vulnerable, and they have in the past. What's that popular term now? It's in college football vernacular. Pulling a Clemson, losing one of these late games. This will be the ultimate in pulling a Clemson if this does happen, and I don't think Jerry and I see it happening. You expect it to be pretty close to us, so we'll find out on Saturday. But for that wraps up our Week 9 pregame show, Clemson and Virginia.